There's been a rise in home births due to COVID. However, in medieval times this was much more common. Specific saints were seen in Western Europe to guarantee safe pregnancy, delivery and breastfeeding. One popular saint at the time was St.Margaret of Antioch, said to be the saint of pregnancy and labour. Historians have found that mothers in late medieval Western Europe would, for a safe delivery, read, look into or place on themselves a book containing the life of Margaret. So what was the story of Margaret? What may have led to her popularity? And how does this story relate to today's time? The story supposedly starts with Margaret being born to a pagan family. Her mum dies shortly after she is born, and her father has her cared for by a Christian nurse. Margaret then embraces Christianity and rejects paganism, sanctifying herself to the Christian God and maintaining her virginity, adamantly rejecting any advances of sex. Her faith causes her father to disown her, and she goes to live with her nurse and becomes a shepherdess. When she was 15, Olybrius, a Roman official of debated rank, saw her, and due to her beauty decided that she shall be his mistress or wife. However, she shall also have to renounce her Christianity and accept the many gods of the Romans. She refused to deny her faith, arguing for her beliefs, and so was cruelly tortured in a number of ways. The most notable way she was tortured was during her imprisonment. In her prison cell, she was visited by Beelzebub, who had taken the form of a dragon. He swallowed her. However, Margaret was holding a cross at the time, and thus the dragon's belly burst, or in other accounts, he spat her out. This, however, is not the end of Margaret's torture, for she was then executed for her faith, reportedly converting many witnesses to Christianity, whom also were executed. Her dying prayer was such. The historical accuracy of hagiography in general has been in debate for centuries, and in 1968 the Vatican declared St. Margaret of legendary nature. Robert Waite's translation of the Latin writing into vernacular French shows how accessible the legend of St. Margaret was, allowing for its popularity to rise as those not educated in ecclesiastical discourse could understand and emulate St. Margaret and her strength, especially significant for women at the time, as it reflected their biological experiences of suffering. The variation between different translations and texts, such as the Golden Legend Waite's and the early Latin translations from the Greek Passio ad Deotimo, especially in consideration of the dragon section of the tale, suggests the legendary and ahistorical nature of the life of St. Margaret. Within Waite's translation, there are consistent references to the Crusades. The fact she is from Antioch suggests the political significance of the story, perhaps as a way to legitimise Western Europeans' historical existence in the East and to support Christian rights to historically debated territories, for example Jerusalem and Antioch. In the dragon scene, Beelzebub states the extreme shame he felt at being defeated by a virgin, with her having taken a cross, showing how this tale is important in understanding ideas of gender, with Margaret's immense power countering stereotypes of the weakness and fragility of femininity. The paradox of St. Margaret as a virgin who continuously rejects sexual proposals, while also being the patron saint of pregnancy, merely echoes the continued contradictory examples of sexless motherhood seen via the Virgin Mary. Similarities to Olybrius, who punished Margaret for her refusal to submit, can be seen in our modern world with rape culture and other ways in which majoritively men abuse their power over women. Margaret was reportedly only 15 at the time and is continuously referenced as being of great beauty and like a pearl, showing the objectification of girls and women, similar to ways we see them portrayed by the media today, as well as notably the Eurocentric beauty ideas of whiteness. Her legacy is vast, with 250 English churches, including the Abbey of Westminster dedicated to her, yet very little know the legend of this strong woman who gave a sense of safety and security to pregnant mothers of the past, having with her last breath asked,